Yes, able to see.
Yeah, okay. As we discussed yesterday, today we will discuss about the Appian data types, guys. I know you are aware of it. So why it requires when we will use these data types and how we will cast the data type into other data type. Let's discuss in depthly today, and then we'll start the functions. Okay, so I won't take much time on this topic. So, but I will tell you when which scenario it will be very helpful for us to identify the data types. Okay, so I will paste the link here for you to navigate as well. Now I will quickly go with the primitive data types, guys. So these are all the basic data types. So firstly we need to aware of this primitive data types like we have the Boolean data type, date and time, and number, decimal, number, integer, text. So why when we will use this primitive data types in the sense. So let's discuss this. So come with the we will starting with the text data type. So text values, how we will identify. So when I provide the value directly like this now, so when I test this now, it won't see. Let's test this in our expression. See, could not find the variable. So the text, if you want to provide as a text format, so you need to use the double quotes, guys. So in between the double quotes, whatever the value you will provide, right? So this value will be considered as a text type value. See, this is the text type value. So where you will need to identify the output type is, so here in the output expression, you have the type called text, right? So here you can able to identify the what was the type of the value, given value, whether it is a string is nothing but the text type value or number integer value or a boolean value or a date and time of value. Like that you can identify. Okay. So this is how we usually pass the text type values. So if you pass number integer, like directly, if you want to pass 1, 2, 3, something like that. So when you test this, yes, the number integer type of value should be the number integer type only. Got it? So here you can able to identify the number integer type of the value. So if you want to test the number decimal, so let's see. Yeah, so now you can easily identify the type of the value which we have provided in the expression is the number decimal type. So this is how we will identify the type of the value. So we have another type called Boolean type. So Boolean type is nothing but whether the value is a Boolean value or not a Boolean value. Like this we can able to identify. So accepted values are true and false and 1 and 0. So now in this scenario, I have used this Boolean as a true. So now you can able to see the type of the value is a Boolean type. So if you want to see the date and time, so we had a few functions, guys, basic functions called if you want to print the today date, we have the today function is available. So we'll discuss this function thoroughly when we are discussing about date and time functions. So as of now, try to focus on the type of the value. So you can see this is the date with the time zone, but we have not printed the time zone, but it is a date type value. Okay, if you want to print the date and time, so we had another function called now function, guys. So using this now function, we can able to print the date and time. So the output type should be the date and time. See, date and time with time zone. This is how we usually print the date and time by using the now function. And you can able to see this all the primitive data types, right? So now you got it now. How the types we were using and how we will get printing. Then I will go to the next topic. Hello.
Yes, yeah.
Yes. So when we need to particular about the data type in the sense, when you want to compare the value, when you want to compare the both the values, so I'm using normal as equal to operator here. I'm not performing any critical mathematical operations. I'm simply performing only comparing values. So at the time when you are comparing the value with the another value, so here I'm not mentioning any what is the value type here. So I'm just comparing the value called number integer values. So 1 equal to 1. So I'm comparing. So whether at the time of comparing, so I'm comparing both the values with the same data type here. 1 equal to 1. Then the output should be the true here because both the values are same. If I pass 1 equal to 10, so both the values are not same, right? Here in this scenario. So what will it throw? Does not throw any issue. It will return the output type as a false here. So the same scenario I want to achieve through the comparing the values with the text value. So in this time, what will happen? We'll see now. See, this is not the correct way, right? So the expression it is returning true, but in the while coming to the real time, it will throw an error. While typecasting this is values in the functions. So we have few functions are available. So at that time, it won't accept like comparing the values with the different type of value, one value with a different type of value. It won't allow us to compare both the values. So in this scenario, we have not used any function, right? So it will working as expected. But when we working with the functions, the data types will not be the same. So no, see, we had an exact function one comma text. Okay. See, I'm just giving you to the overview about the error when we are not when we are not casting the type of the values into the comparing type of value. It will throw the like this type of error. See, here you can able to see invalid types. Invalid types in the sense invalid data types can only act on the data of same type. Same type in the sense same data type. Then only the value what we are passing, right? Those values will be get compared, otherwise it won't get compared. So that's why we are strictly restrict to the type which we are comparing. Both the values should be the same data type only, then only the VPN allow us to compare both the values. So in this scenario it will very particular about the comparing the values with the data type. So now we'll go to the next type of data types. So yes. Yeah, any type of data type. Any type of data type in the sense. So let me go to the worksheet here. Yeah, any type. So any type in the sense, you had a scenario. So the value which you are getting from the user is sometimes it is a number integer value, sometimes it is a text value, sometimes whatever it may be. Sometimes it is a link, or else they will send map structured data, otherwise they will send the dictionary type of data. So whatever the data may be, so you have not restrict the user to pass the input. At the time you are allowing the user to work on pass any type of data, then only after receiving the data you need to show a validation message, something like that, that a proper data need to be sent, like that you want to send a message or alert. So at that time you are not going to stop the user from taking the input, right? So we will use any type of data type to take any type of input from the user. Any type in the sense any data type of input we can able to take from the user itself. So like see, whenever we are creating a input here, so in this input I'm naming this as a type here. So see, in the drop down, you can able to see the all these are the primitive data types. So how will you get this any type of data type? In the sense, simply you need to search with this any. See, when you search with any, you can able to identify this suggestion called any type of suggestion. So now you can able to see this test inputs tab here. So now I can be able to pass number integers. Or else if I want to pass the dictionary type of data, so this is called a dictionary, guys. We'll discuss thoroughly, no need to worry. So any type of data, it will accept us to print. See, whatever the input type you will provide, that we can use in our expression without restricting the user to pass that input. So yes, see, it is a generic data type only available for use as an expression input for the rule inputs. For the input for the rules and certain expression functions such as if function, and it accept the data type of any data type. Yes, it accept data of any data type. This point we need to highlight here. And also, yes. So data stored in the variable of this type of mapping for an existing variable, rule, or a constant or an expression, whatever it may be, any value it will accept as a input type. So going to the next data type called map data type. So it is very, very, very important, guys. So if we will use this map type in every object, like in interface, in the expression rule, for constructing the integration data, for modifying the CDT data, or else if you want to construct the record type of data, every data we will construct using the map type. Because so assume you had a few fields, you need to construct them as a proper key value pair. At the time we will use this map here. So I will explain deeply about the map. So here, see, you had a scenario to construct the data with a key value pair. At that time, what you will use in the sense map function. So it is nothing but key value pairing, guys. See, it creates a map of values with each value stored at the corresponding string key. Values stored in the map are not wrapped in variants. So I will explain you what is in by. So see. So see, now I want to provide key as a name here. So like this, we need to provide, guys, key as a name colon, and then value we need to provide. Value we will provide as a Sheshu, and then age key I'm providing here, key as a 30, and mobile I'm providing as a 1 4 5 6 7 8 10. So now when you test this out, you can be able to see the both key value pair as a map data type structure here. See, so when you can see here, the map type should return here when we use the map data type. So now, so this is how we will map the keys and the values. So how will it will useful in the sense when we'll discuss about the index function and where contains function. At that time I will explain you thoroughly about this key how we will indexing the keys and the values, everything. Okay, so this is how it will properly construct the data when we use the map data type. Okay, now see, map can be written as by a number of functions, objects created by using the function called abang map. So now we have very, very more important dictionary they have mentioned. They have not mentioned. So guys, we had another data type called dictionary as well. Dictionary in the sense, so we will use the flower braces to construct the data. Same data, whatever the data I have constructed in the map, the same data I will construct using the flower basis as well without using this map function. So now at this time, what will it return? It return the type of the output should be dictionary. Here you can see the same output, but it will display as a dictionary here. So now what is meant by the difference between the dictionary and the key value pair is in the map value is. So we'll discuss now. So for this, we need to create a local variables. I'm assigning both the key value pairs to the two local variables, local by map and local by dictionary, and separated them with by comma. So if you want to print the value from the map, which was assigned to the local variable, uh, we'll use the dot notation, guys. For single value, we will use the dot notation. Don't worry, we will discuss in deeply. So we will use the dot notation to print the value from the local bank map key value, the text we have printed. Yes. See, you can observe here. See, when I print the map output from the value, it will directly print the text. But when I try to print the value from the dictionary, it is showing the output type as any type of text value. So what will happen when we print the output should be print like this, na? So both names are same, Sheshu Sheshu. But when trying to compare, so what will happen? Let's see. So it returns true, but while using as I earlier show you, right? While comparing the value with the function at that time, it won't allow us to compare because of both the values output type. One is the text type and another one is the any type of text value. So at that time, it will throw an error. So see. So for this, we will use the map. Map will return the proper key value pair and each value data type strictly strictly casting to the type whatever the value we have provided. But coming to the dictionary, it will throw the output type as any type. So we have not provided any function, right? So it will not get formatting. So sometimes it is better to use dictionary and then we need to cast into the whatever the type we want to cast, we can cast. So this is the main difference, guys. You can observe between the map and the dictionary. I hope you guys clear with this map and dictionary, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. Now quickly go to the next complex system data types, Appian data types. Yeah, the data subset output type. So the data subset output we can see when we query the data from the source. At the time, I will show you while querying the data type and the output type. I will show you. No need to worry. So as of now, I will quickly show you. I will give you overview. What is meant by the data subset? So data subset. So see, data subset is the data type designed to hold the data returned by the query. Query in the sense, we had a few queries are there, like query record type, like this. So at the time, the output should return as a data subset with the paging parameters. So we'll discuss in deeply, thoroughly. Don't need to worry while while querying the data at that time. So each parameter values and everything. So start index will be the whatever the value which going to start from the querying, and batch size in the sense how many rows, total number of rows you want to fetch. Sorting in the sense, so sorting is nothing but so whether you want to sort the data with ascending order or descending order. So in SQL, right, order by. So same like sort is applicable here. So the total count will return the number of rows available in the source, and the data should be the whatever the data which we are querying from the source. And identifiers are nothing but primary keys. We can assume like each row value identifier, like that we can able to mention here. Yes. So these are all data types we will discuss when we start functions and the uh, implementation of the record types and the CDTs. At that time, we will get the more clarity. So without wasting your time, so I'll quickly jump into the functions, guys. Okay, we'll start the functions. So whenever you want to navigate to the functions, so firstly you need to go to the documentation. So in the Appian documentation, so we had a interfaces recipes, administrator, products. There is a quick link here where you one events. We can search it, no issue. But yeah, see here, data and process. Here you can see Appian functions. So from here itself, we can able to navigate. So this is the landing page of our functions, guys, Appian functions. So without using these functions, we can't develop a single query at a single go. I mean, single expression as well completely depends on the function itself. So whether it is based on the scenario itself. So completely depends on the scenario and the requirement what the business has there in their mind. So based on their scenario, we need to use the functions. But using the functions, you need to aware of all these functions. So we will discuss whatever the functions we will use in the real time. We will work on those scenarios as well, and we'll discuss each and every function in deeply. Okay. So we had different types of categories functions are available, guys. Okay. So we had a array type of functions, conversion functions, a dictionary was dictionary type of functions, a date and time, evaluation, informational, logical. So we will discuss all these category type of functions. So today we'll try to cover all the array type of functions, guys. Okay. So mainly when you want to discuss about the array, you need to know of the array, what is meant by the array. Okay. So let's discuss what is meant by the array. Okay, now I will quickly create an expression rule for this array functions. So I'm now going to our application and then create an expression rule. So here in this our local variables, control X will go see. So now, so now I'm trying to print the values 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4. Okay. So now let's print this. So I'm not going to print any of the local variables which I have declared. See, final parameter expected output we can see. So why this issue occurs in the sense. So when I try to print the single value, let's see, hope it is allowing us to print the single value or not. See, when I try to print the single value, it is allowing me to print the single value. But when I try to print the multiple values, it is not allowing us to print the multiple values. So Pranali, as we discussed yesterday, what I need to do now to print multiple values at a single go from the local variables part?
Curly braces we need to use.
Yes, that is nothing but the array. Curly braces which indicates the array, guys. So, so as we mentioned yesterday, worksheet. See, curly braces, which indicates the array. Array in the sense, the expression itself, it allows to pass multiple values at a single go. So now you can see, whenever I use the array, you can see this type of keyword called list. Array which include array which indicates the list, guys. Indicates the list. So now we will let's see. This is the number integers list. Okay, local bank list of numbers. Okay, now I want to do the same thing for the text values as well. So I'm giving the text values like so now let's see. So now before list of number integers type, now it will be the list of text strings. So now we are printing the list of text strings. So now same thing I will apply for the create assign to the local variables. And now I am trying to combine both the integer values as well as the text values here. So now here, let's see what will be the type of the Pranali, do you have any idea on the type of the output we will receive by combination of both integer, text and number decimals?
I guess any
Yes, list of variant in the sense
variant.
there will be a
Okay.
combinance of multiple data types. So yes, this will be the list of variant type. Yes. So now we have seen the list of number integers, list of text values, and the list of variant as well. So now we'll start. We are good to work with the arrays, with the functions. Now we have all the array types. So now we will quickly start our functions, array functions. So now, so this is the expand. We need to expand this to see all the functions here. So now here you can able to see flatten. So if you want the description, you need to enable this checkbox, and if you want to see the syntax, you can enable this syntax checkbox as well to know in depthly about the functions. So flatten. So when we will use the flatten and when it will come to the picture. Okay. So mainly flattens are used to combine, guys, combine arrays inside the array. So I will use one function called merge function replicate the same scenario when so I will explain you guys. See, I'm using the array. Okay, here I'm using the array, and inside this array I'm using another array. Okay, you got it right. So I'm using the array here. In the array, I had another array. So in this array as well, I'm using the see another array called uh, text value. Okay, so when I print this, all the values will come as a single array. See, list of variant, it comes as a single array, right? So like this now, I can't be able to show that function output, right? So for that itself, I'm using this merge function to replicate nested arrays. So merge function is one of the looping function. Mainly we will use this. So I will discuss thoroughly when we start the looping functions. As of now, try to understand. I am using this function to convert the arrays into nested arrays. Yeah, now it will be better for you to understand, guys. See, here this is one of the array. list of variant array, and this is one of the array, this is one of the array, this is one of the array. Total 5 arrays are there. So right. So these arrays, we need to combine them. So in real time while working in the projects na, you will receive same type of issues, guys. Commonly you will receive this error. So when we use the looping functions. So at the time, you have to convert them into a single array. So that scenario you will come. So at the time you simply use this flatten function. So mainly the flatten function we will use to combine all the arrays and the nested arrays. See, when you go to the documentation as well, see, contains converts an array that contains other arrays. So this is the array. This array will have this array values. Okay. So now, if you want to convert them into a single items, so preserving of the data types. So now when I test this, you can see the output should be the same. List of variant 10 items got printed. So the null values we will remove, no issues. We had another function for removing the null values. But see the output, guys. It will converting all the data, all the nested arrays into a single array by using this flatten function. So that's why we will use mainly the flatten function for converting the nested arrays into uh, single array. So now we'll go to the next function. What is the next function here? Yeah, update function, guys. This is very, 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 very important, guys. This function